There we go. Good afternoon. My name's Neck, but my friends call me Neck, and you are no one of them. We are today playing the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk, which many of you will probably not have heard of, or maybe you have heard of because you stumbled upon the stream or this video over the game. It is basically XCOM as a D&D satire, you could say. It's not the first time I'm playing this. I have a good 130 hours in this game. I've played it quite a while ago. I don't remember much. What I'm going to start today is trying to beat the game on Gzor's Nightmare, which is the highest difficulty on Ironman, meaning if I die, I die, and I will die, I think. I expect. I don't remember it as being a particularly difficult game, but Ironman is Ironman, isn't it? And there are definitely a few combats which are which could be tricky, and I do remember one of them which was pretty early. At the end of the tutorial there's a combat that is already pretty sketchy, so who knows, maybe we get our first reset there. I see I have not increased the day counter. I will do that real quick, because we are on day 3 of our streaming journey. Yeah, Ironman means we cannot make any mistakes. And this game started, and I'll tell you a little bit about it later. I don't think it's known very well. I stumbled over it when I was playing XCOM, because it's very similar. It's turn-based strategy, I guess, turn-based RPG. I think XCOM. And we have our 4 difficulty levels here. And we will play on Gzor's Nightmare, and I actually don't remember who Gzor is. Maybe we'll find out during the game. A nightmarish legendary experience only for the tactical RPG experts who know the game inside out and want to achieve the unthinkable. That is not me. At least not right now. I played the game quite a bit, as I said, but it's been a while. I don't know the game inside out anymore. Again, I remember it not being very hard. I think I played on Epic Jest last time. It not being that hard can mean 2 things, of course. Either it's just not, or I'm a god gamer, or it's both. Maybe we'll find out today. Recommended for the deranged and masochists, players who are looking for an outstanding challenge where any mistake can be fatal. That does sound more like me. Deranged masochist? Players looking for an outstanding challenge? Why did they write this about me? They knew me. Enemies have a lot more health, do a lot more damage, and are incredibly accurate. If you have played XCOM before, you know the joy of the 95% miss. This is going to happen here again, and it might kill us. Heroes are less accurate and have slightly less energy. I don't know what the energy is about, actually. Maybe movement speed. Heroes begin the game with very little resources. Gold, potions, bandages. The party earns slightly less gold. You will encounter many additional enemies in battle. More enemies are difficult, as we know. This could become a straight up disaster. By the way, I have not tried out how difficult the game is. I don't even remember much of it. We'll find out. Ironman it is. We will play the tutorial again, because I don't remember much of it, and I want you to see how it works. You would call it a turn-based dungeon crawler. I guess that's actually a pretty good description. It is within a dungeon. It's the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk, the namesake of it. There's a lot of loot. There's a lot of combat. I will not assign attributes automatically. I don't know if that's a good idea. I would assume that they do it pretty shittily. I have no idea how you pronounce Naheulbeuk, Naheulbeuk. That's a very good question. Do we want a female or a male narrator? Let's go for female. Why not? Retain the random seeds, but choosing this option, a random seed will be generated at the start of the game and retained throughout the whole playthrough. This means by repeating same actions will always the same results even after reloading the save. Doesn't matter. I know save scumming is a thing, even in Ironman, but I'm not going to do it. If I make a mistake, I'll make that mistake. If I die, I will die. I don't mind. I will probably, if we end up resetting a lot, I will put in a reset counter. I'll do that relatively spontaneously. Let's just jump right back in. EU is actually a thing in Dutch. Oh yeah, right. It's like ooh there, right? So it would be Naheulbeuk. Let's go. Play. I'm playing on controller. That looks good. I am excited. I'm looking forward to this since a while. It's going to be very fun.
First chapter. A feeling of déjà vu. The party advances. A steely-eyed ranger, a brutal barbarian, a ruthless ogre, a wizardess with fiery hair, an agile elf, a wily thief, a dwarf, well, you know, just a dwarf. Together they have just crossed into the terrible dungeon of Naheulbeuk.
Naheulbeuk.
Nothing to write home about.
Don't know what we'll find inside here, but it stinks.
That's easy. The ogre just took a dump 5 feet from the door.
I've got a strange feeling of déjà vu.
Because of the ogre shit?
Have you been here before?
I feel like I'd know if I had.
Probably not. No one's ever got in here before.
By the way, what is our quest?
We must find the 12th statuette of Gradalfura.
A statuette?
It's written in the tablets of Skellis that only a one-legged gnome from the northern forest, dancing by the moonlight in the middle of 12 statuettes wrapped in ham. As I was saying, only a one-legged gnome shall open the gates of Naheulbeuk and thus accomplish the prophecy.
But what is this strange prophecy?
No idea. We're only in it for the gold. That's why we came here.
Yeah, and I knocked before coming in.
And I called you a half-wit.
Okay, let's all get along, okay? Let's focus on the statuette.
Do we have any idea where it's located?
Like every statuette, it's in a treasure room, guarded by a powerful warlock.
Battle!
Maybe his powers are even greater than mine.
Sounds about right. What kind of monsters live here?
So, if you look at the random encounter table, these are the monsters in this dungeon. Several kinds of undead, giant spiders, orcs, and goblins.
Goblins.
Underground trolls, warlocks, cursed knights, mutant rats, a bottle of oil, some toilet paper, 2 sponges, and ravioli.
I think you're also reading your shopping list. So no dragons, right?
Nah, well above our level, Cap. Anyway, let us go forth.
Right, that is a very good intro to the mood of the game. I will turn up the volume for the game a little bit. Just keep me updated how it is, please. That would be nice. Yeah. It is a D&D satire, as I said. The humor in the game is very toilety much of the time. It's sometimes very funny, sometimes very I enjoy it. You have these very, very exaggerated characters. The super naive elf, the greedy dwarf, the extremely stupid barbarian, the horny ranger. Everything is very stereotypical, but that's kind of the charm of it, isn't it? And as you also saw, the fourth wall does not exist at all. I think actually the encounters that the ranger, which is here, our main guy, listed are the actual encounters that you have in the game. I think that is even accurate.
What
I
a lovely stroll, my
saw that
friends.
sometimes.
I'm not your
One-
friend, and I hate strolls.
One funny thing that I have to show you. You can. There's some settings here, and two of them are mute the dwarf, mute the elf. So you can take sides here, or both of them. We will leave the barks on normal, I think. I don't want them to interrupt me too much. I am thinking of increasing this to 5, simply, but that would make it easier. I don't like that. I think we will leave everything as it is. The reason for this would be that there's an achievement to end the game without any character dying. What that means, you will see. You will see in a bit. Let's just crack on with it. I need to get used to controller. Oh, I'm noticing something. It is reversed. I don't like that at all. How many achievements do I have already? I think I have around half. There's quite a few that I'm missing. Surprisingly many, actually. Invert camera rotation. Yes, let's go. Oh yeah, that's better. I can check. Good question, actually. Oh, I have more. I have 56 out of 88 achievements. So I'm missing 23. So about 2/3. Who knows? Maybe I'll do all of them on stream. I'm not going to pay too much attention.
Arrived at a junction and must face 3 choices.
All those doors are closed and blocked off by a strange glowing seal.
Weird. And I'm having another deja vu.
Oh, shiny, pretty.
Probably some kind of magic lock we have to dispel.
No way we're getting over by some goddamn door. My cousin Krimley always says, if it's magic, hit it harder. No,
Can
wait!
turn off the sensor. There we go. Funnily, I've actually done a similar thing as a dwarf in a tabletop.
Where are they? Shit! Hey! Dwarf! Elf! Dang it! Did everybody get lost but me? What was that noise?
Story time. Oh, it was simply it was the RPG of Das Schwarze Auge. I think it's the dark eye in English, because black eye means something else. And I played a dwarf, and I was, I think, 15, 14 when I created the dwarf. So obviously I put all of my stats into pure combat. So he had extremely high constitution, extremely high strength, pretty high dexterity, and his charisma and intelligence were the absolute minimum possible. Not only that, I gave him maximum greed, and I gave him maximum gzor, which is how easy he can get angered. Right? Sounds pretty dwarfy, doesn't it? He was a beast in combat. He destroyed everything by himself. Oh, and he also had one trait which was called Blood Rage,
Who's the leader now?
which caused him to fall into a blind rage when he fell below 20% HP, where he attacks everything in sight. And that happened once, and he almost killed my brother's elf. That was crazy. And there was simply I think it was a trap where it's been such a long time. Where we were in a warehouse of sorts, and I saw some gold, and I really wanted that gold, so I basically my dwarf thought he has to get there first before somebody else takes the gold. So he just jumped there and then obviously triggered a magical trap that caused a pretty big explosion. I think that's what it was. Details are fuzzy, it's been a long time. Anyway, let's go and find our friends. Because of the stupidity of the dwarf.
Oh, damn it, an orc. And I'm alone, of course, I'm alone!
This is the perfect opportunity to discuss the matter of combat, a crucial subject when adventuring in mysterious dungeons.
Open door! Gotta go! Me eats bad goat tripe!
No, I'm not done. Go away, you meanie.
There we have the first one.
Enough. Anyway, be cool. He's alone. This shouldn't be a problem.
Every character has 2 action points. They can perform an action and move once per turn. So far, like D&D. They can also move further by using both action points, sacrificing their action. This is sprinting. Order is not a problem. This means you can move, then attack, or the opposite. You can probably not move, attack, move, though. I'm going to check that. To do this, just press RB to switch from movement to attack selection and vice versa. Be careful, as some actions will still end your turn, even if your character still has 2 action points. Okay. This orc looks rather distracted. Move the ranger on one of the 3 tiles behind him with... Let's go in the middle, then the orientation. As you can see with this orc, the orientation of the characters is important. Backstabbing gives higher precision and will do more damage. Orient yourself towards the orc to backstab him. Make sense? To attack. 96%. Wouldn't it be funny if I missed the very first attack? Here you find an overview of the afflictions and status effects, so that's on the right. You can also check in this box the dodge value and the protection value, the level, and the threat level. Okay. Here are the details of your... that's the highlighted one. Positioning bonus because I'm standing behind the enemy, so 10% extra because I'm behind. If your attack succeeds, your enemy may still dodge or parry your blow. I assume parry only when I'm attacking from the front. It's not just about having high precision. Attack the orc and kick his ass. That's what I'm here for. Amazing. Orc is not feeling so good. Okay. Need to select him and then I can toggle this. Okay. The orc is weakened. This means he is less efficient now that he's all banged up. Oh, I remember this. So the lower health enemies or your characters have, the lower their precision and defenses are. Precision, physical resistance, and magical resistance. Yes. There are 3 weakness thresholds depending on the character's health. If a character's health bar changes color, this means they're weakened. Okay, so he is mildly weakened. Still, it's already quite a bit. This panel also allows you to see the detailed afflictions which affect the character. Here it's a penalty of -1 to movement for a duration of 2 turns. Okay. Let's finish him off. Nice close-up cam. At the end of combat you get some experience, baseline share for having participated, and a varying amount depending on their actions or their luck. I remember trying to look that up, like how to maximize experience and whatever, and I think it's not worth it. Maybe it is. I'm not going to care much about for this playthrough, at least. Let's see. If we reset 50 times, then maybe I'll look more into it. Character who goes unconscious during combat will suffer a small penalty to their experience gain, so we don't want to do that anyway. Ranger has lost some health. Heal him by using the party heal button with LB. Okay. Health does not regenerate between battles, so you have to make sure to heal your wounds.
Well,
I think there's ways to heal up later, but only at certain places. Okay. There's no loot. So let's get the elf out.
Hooray! You saved me!
This is... yeah, he's... I mean, they're gone.
There were more than one?
So many I couldn't even count them. But I killed one, which sent them all running. You all right?
It was horrible. I found myself in these disgusting toilets. But where are the others? What's going on?
It's because of that moronic dwarf. He must have triggered a magic trap. The whole party's been scattered around this floor. We need to find them.
How about we don't find the dwarf?
No, we'll need his axe if there are other orcs.
Don't you think you could handle them by yourself?
Yeah, that's... Even the greatest heroes have their limits. Anyway, let's not hang around here.
The dwarf I remember is a pretty good tank, and the elf deals a lot of damage with her bow. Actually, I remember that I wasn't very good at using the ranger. Actually, he's like a support type character that can deal a bunch of damage. It's kind of a jack of all trades. Can attack in ranged, can attack in melee. Has some good abilities, but again, I wasn't very good at using them. Innsmouth tourist brochure. I think this symbol means this is just for selling. There's a lot of... Can I make the game a bit louder still? Yes, I can. I'll do it in game this time. Let's do it like here. No. Confirm changes. Thank you for the continued feedback. There's nothing else here. I want to make very sure that I'm not missing anything. Because there can be very good items around. Maybe not in the tutorial, but I want to get into the habit.
Thief.
Yippee! Plus, he's not the dwarf.
Silence. You'll get us spotted. There are orcs in this room, and they've got bows and arrows.
We need to devise a plan.
Okay, I got a plan. You attack them while I stand guard, just in case somebody ambushes us.
Sounds like something a coward would say to avoid a fight.
Absolutely not. It's very rational behavior.
I've got a bow, too. I can shoot arrows.
Yes, you can.
Yikes! Another good reason to take cover. When you're behind an obstacle, you're less likely to get hit. Even by friendly fire.
Well, got no choice if we want to move ahead. We got to get rid of those orcs. How many are there?
I can only see one of them right now, but the others must be close.
I got you. A group of one. I hate people who make a fuss over nothing.
When fighting alone, charging head-on is fine. But when in a group, a battle must be planned. Careful positioning can save you from crushing defeats.
You can skip the tutorial. when you start the game, you can choose to not do the tutorial. I did it by choice because I don't remember everything and I want to take it slow. This might be a little bit boring at the beginning. I do want to set precedent that I'm going to play at a slow pace. I want to do it deliberately, just take my time. Even if it's a bit boring sometimes, I hope we can fill it. I also don't want to miss anything because I have the habit, for example, in Slay the Spire, I have the habit of starting off very deliberate and thinking a lot about my decisions. And then I play faster and faster and make mistakes and then I die. Yeah, so this is the planning phase. I remember this. You can deploy characters before combat starts. Simply starting positions. Elf. Select. Put her behind here. The direction in which they look at the beginning matters only for being backstepped, I think. I think turning doesn't cost any movement. So this guy, oh no, not yet. I don't know if this is how I would have done it, but okay. Here's how the order of action is determined. Initiative is ranked depending on the character's courage. If the courage is equivalent, the high agility is prioritized, and then the level of characters. If the levels are the same, then it's up to chance. We will talk about stats in a minute. When it comes to games like this, turn-based games, I really like having all my characters be fast. Because you can often, at the beginning of the combat, already take out the biggest threats in before they can act at all. And that's so powerful. And also having your characters move after each other is often beneficial. That being said, I think the most important stat at the beginning is going to be agility. Hey, Tu, welcome to the stream. But we can talk about stats a little bit later. I remember the Thief being crazy strong later in the game, but not that great at the beginning. Levels up the same as the chance. So first courage, then agility, then level, and then... Let's start. This orc is now in Overwatch, which means he is keeping an eye on the area and will attack enemy that enters it. Since he has not moved before going into Overwatch, he can make 2 Overwatch shots. If he had moved, he would only be able to make 1. I don't think I used Overwatch much last time. Maybe that was last time. The ranger could move forward, but this would get him shot by the orc in Overwatch. Too dangerous. Time to talk about the ability to delay your turn. If a character has not used any action points, they can delay the turn to play at the end of the round. They will act at their normal initiative in the following turn. It is good. I used it a lot in XCOM. I remember not using it as much here, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because melee is stronger? I mean, there's just the elf and the ranger who even have ranged attacks, I think. Obviously in XCOM, you can just have all of your characters do Overwatch and wait. I mean, that's pretty good. Delay the ranger's turn by holding Y. The Thief is not the toughest or even the bravest of fighters, but he can dish out a lot of damage. By the way, I love the design of the Thief with the 2 eyes in the hood and nothing else. It's good. He can dish out a lot of damage and interfere with your foes. I have to get rid of this orc's Overwatch. Okay, I want to select it. Okay, this is how I see it. The enemy is watching. If one of your characters enters this area, they'll be targeted by an Overwatch shot. Character who has entered Overwatch mode without moving before, like this one, can shoot twice. We had that before. If a character in Overwatch takes damage, or if an enemy moves right next to him, their Overwatch will be cancelled, and that is the important part. During movement, you can set some waypoints. This will give you the ability to determine a specific path for your character instead of the suggested path. I think that might be a different to XCOM. Or was it like this in XCOM? A difference to Baldur's Gate 3 for sure. I think you have to do all of your movement at once. So it's not like you have a movement pool that you can use and then use more and then use more. I think you have to do all movement at once and attack. So you can change the order of these two, but you can't move like in little bits. And I seem to remember that it screwed me over a lot. So let's put some waypoints. Here, here. I would like to go behind him, but I'm not allowed to. I don't know how much sense that makes, but be tutorialing. Is this already sprinting? Yeah, this should be sprinting, because until here I could go without sprinting. But now it would be sprinting, yes. So do this and have a move. So that uses both action points because he was sprinting. The elf is a former pony grooming champion braiding category. Of course she is. She's also the least bad character with a bow and has some support skills that can be quite useful. She has some seducing stuff, I think. But she was a damage machine in general. Move the character over the highlighted tile with L. More tutorial stuff. Why would I put my elf into the open? I guess it's just one enemy. Aiming arcs enable you to preview which targets you can reach by moving the cursor over a tile. The color of the arcs varies depending on your precision. Oh, I didn't even know. You can also target your enemies by freely moving the cursor with L and hovering over a tile. Usually archers cannot shoot if an enemy is at melee range unless the latter is knocked over, stunned, or frozen. Let's move here. Select the standard range attack with A, then move the cursor over the orc to ready your shot. The range is highlighted in red on the ground, the enemy is within range of this. Character friend or foes adjacent to your target and in your line of sight. They will be highlighted in orange, meaning there's a chance your shot hits them by accident. I wonder if that also would happen if the thief was behind the orc right now. I mean, it would be next to the enemy and in line of sight. I guess we'll find out. Equivalent to 10% of your precision. Oh god, this will fuck me over so much. I can already see that. It's shown in red in your precision detail, collateral damage. Yeah, I see. Let's see if it happens. No, good. These are probably completely scripted, to be fair. I don't think the chances here matter. Okay, now that, well, since the thief was in melee, then the Overwatch is skipped. I can go and melee attack. And there comes the charisma bonus, if I recall correctly. Support, yes. When an ally is oriented towards your target, like the Thiefie, they will provide you with their support. Usually the support will grant you a 5% bonus to your precision. You can stack multiple supports, but only with melee attacks. Characters with high charisma gain more support. Here the ranger has a 9% bonus, which is pretty nice, instead of 5%. Finally, as a support does not require an action, a character can support an attack even if they have already taken the turn for this round, like the thief is doing right now. Kick the orc's ass. Now he's gonna run away, get opportunity attacks, just like in D&D, Baldur's Gate, XCOM. Explaining opportunity attacks. Each character controls the 3 tiles in front of them, that's important. If the enemy leaves the area, they will be hit by an opportunity attack. Slightly less damage, but cannot be dodged or parried, but it can miss. Flanked. It's unfortunate. And now I can simply go and kill him. Let's go. We get a lame-ass longbow. It's my favorite type of longbow. Take a look at it. Yeah. I guess not. Just take all. Do I really need to use a health potion on this ranger? Sure. Better safe than sorry, am I right?
We won!
We did, thanks to my perfect planning. Let's keep going. The others can't be that far.
Experience. I mean, I guess if I die a lot because I'm running out of resources, I can still try to be more stingy. I can also use these to heal during combat. You can give some physical resistance. I think the Wizardess was actually my favorite character. She dealt so much damage. Is there anything else here? Been yapping for so long that I've forgotten what happened. Oh, I wasn't here. Improved bandage heals injuries. Okay. And 3 minor health potions. I don't think they're very rare, so I should just be able to. Random lever in the middle. What could happen? Door's open. Okay. I guess that was not as risky as I thought it might have been. So yeah, these books, there's like book collections, which are, which you can get, and I don't even know what you get for them. Maybe some items. Here. Is there no map? maybe not yet. This is here. I think I don't have a map yet, but I will.
Adventure time, friends!
Adventure time indeed. I am already lost. How did I manage that? Where did I even come from? Did I come from here? Yes, I came from here, right? Yeah, okay. I got it back. So then I explored this here. This just opened and gives me insane loot, I'm sure. Minor Ring of Intelligence. Scented armbands. Okay. This is for the character. But I don't think I can equip gear just yet. Okay. I did this already and now I can continue. There she is. There they are.
Finally,
Both
there
of them
you
are incredible.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I
we had
remember.
to fight off hordes of orcs to get here.
The ogre is insanely
Bloodthirsty and
tanky.
cunning orcs, mind you.
And you wouldn't believe the stink in those toilets.
Has great crowd control, deals a lot of damage.
He says he's stuck and can't open the gate.
Looks like some kind of pantry, but it's empty.
He says he only had a small bite.
I see.
Nice.
There must be some kind of mechanism somewhere.
Levers can be far from the mechanism they activate.
Investigate the room for a lever to free the ogre. You can use... Oh, I can highlight interactable objects. Okay, that is actually... That's gonna save me some time. Very nice. So, this is probably the lever. I'm first going to loot everything I can. I would love to read all the flavor texts of the useless items, but I think I'm torturing you enough already with reading everything in the tutorial. Let's free the ogre. Hell
Here
yeah.
we go, it's opening!
Yippee.
Aw, I'm happy too, buddy.
I'd have expected him to bend the bars.
He was too anxious to be on his own. Ogres are very sensitive.
All the cumbersome stuff the party finds usually ends up stashed in the ogre's bag because he's the strongest. Since it's rather impractical to rummage through, we've come up with an interface for you.
That's very nice. Open the inventory with up to check out the contents of the ogre's bag, and there we have the stuff. Okay, this is just general inventory management. I'm sure I can manage. Look the bow. Okay, is that a ranger bow or can I use it on both? Should have same 4 stats, but also have additional magical properties: damage, precision, critical chance, and critical damage. Is there anything surprising here? Anything unexpected? So a character has a natural precision that depends on their agility, I believe. And then the weapons can add to that. So this bow adds 5. Probability of striking critical hits can be raised by item or passive skills. Critical damage multiplier, in this case 1.5. Okay, standard stuff. Main weapon and a secondary weapon, with the exception of the ogre and the wizardess, who only have 1 weapon slot. The ranger can equip a bow as a secondary weapon. Equip the bow you just found by A. Let's go. Let's go to the ogre and heal him from his injury. He gets injured when they become unconscious during combat, so we try to avoid that. Characters cannot die, they just go unconscious. Move the character screen with Y and hover above the ogre's injury to get more information. Permanent attribute penalties. Okay, we don't want that. They can be healed with specific consumables, bandages, and first aid kit, or by resting in a tavern. I just found some bandages. You will suffer the penalty associated with the injury as long as it's not healed. If a character falls in combat again while still wounded, the injury will get worse, raising the corresponding penalty. There are 3 wounds thresholds. So this gives minus 20 health points. Using a bandage from your inventory to heal this nasty looking wound, select it with A and use it like a regular object. You can also select the injury directly. Am I allowed to press A? Yes. Get back to the game with B whenever you're ready. I am not ready yet because I have more stuff. I have... Okay.
The poor get poorer.
That is a problem. I cannot go down there.
Well, I found some writing materials in his bag. I should be able to.
I might have to do inventory with the
The
mouse.
wizardess keeps the map updated. It's usually best to act as if you know where you're going, although I'm pretty used to most players f***ing around by clicking haphazardly.
I'm pretty sure I did that. Open the map with left. Oh, wonderful. That's what I was looking for. Quest journal on the left, map on the right. Switch from either side to the other. Just press Y. Okay. There's different floors. There's different categories. Side quest, main quest, archive.
I hear something. Someone's coming.
Go check it out.
Why should it be me? Rangers are usually the scouts.
That's true.
Coward!
Yes, sir. It's a perfectly honorable life choice.
It's also true. Ah!
Time for lunch, guys. Come on.
Bigger
Rock
combat.
time.
Let's go. I can use everything I've learned.
Let's eat them too.
Maybe I could go back to the inn to ask for help.
Shut up. We got no use for wimps. You have to fight like everybody else.
My characters have unlocked their first skills, which will prove useful to defeat these orcs. Okay. We cannot get anyone into cover right away. Did I miss the cover explanation? Cover is like an XCOM, I'm sure. Half cover, full cover. All my characters move before the enemies. Okay, so it doesn't really matter that much. I want to put the elf. Can I not move them? Oh, come on, game. Alright, fine. Ranger is a jack of all trades. Range attack, supports, heals. Select one of his tactical skills by using more. So the ranger has every skill costs stamina and has a cooldown period. You gain back some stamina at the beginning of every turn. You can check the region value by moving the cursor over the stamina. Ranger at level 1s can use tactics. These skills can influence all your allies no matter where they are on the map. Yeah, these were very good. I do remember that. So, and that was also why I wanted the ranger to always move first, I think. Once activated, a tactic will stay active until the end of combat or until the ranger dies. Only one active tactic can be active at a time. Choose another, it will cancel the effect of the first one. Tactic charge is an offensive buff, while tactic defensive maneuver is defensive. Obviously, we will do offensive. Damage is the best crowd control. When the precision appears in this color, this means the skill cannot miss. You have 5 precision or 10 parry and 10 dodge. I mean, that is probably quite good sometimes, but... Charge! Hell yeah. So there is one action, the other one... Let me make my own decisions. Okay, it's a tutorial. Sure. You're about to learn how to combine your character strengths. Ogre is your most brutal character, however, he's not that accurate. That's why he could use some support from your other characters. And he really doesn't like wearing armor. Get closer and... oh yeah, that was nice. Kadula Upok! In Ogrish this means please mind my personal space. Closer to the orc. And... additional... And let's ask him very friendly too. Ooh, that's nice. That's my personal space. Area of Effect Specialist Wizardess. She's frail, but her powerful attacks can hit multiple enemies simultaneously. Some of her attacks can also inflict some powerful status effects like burning or frozen. She is a beast, I remember. She can also heal, but her damage was insane. There's an archer. First things, let's take cover. That was indeed my plan. The one, she has 2 spells under her belt, a cure, minor wounds, and the formidable Wazar's Whirlwind. Spells cost astral energy and a cooldown period to get astral energy back. You can check region value by moving the cursor over the astral energy bar, which I can't. Thank you very much. I think the controller controls may have been a second thought. Okay, so would it even be worth it to use the Whirlwind? I guess probably. Area of effect spell, which means it can also hurt your friends. Be careful where you cast it. You can place an area of effect freely with L. Aim for the highlighted tile so you can hit multiple arrows simultaneously. Okay, that's great, but how do I actually select it? Can I not? Look guys, I feel like I have to play this with mouse. I'm pressing A, and nothing happens. Oh, okay, I get it. I had to press down the left analog stick. Oh, it says so in the bottom right, top right, free movement. Okay. Let's do this. Perfect. Sneaky strike. Dish out a lot of damage, but only if your target is facing away from you. Is a classic backstab. Since there are no orcs in range, delay your turn by holding Y and let them act first. Maybe you'll find an opening after that. So it's fair. She's a fair character. Position her behind cover, which I would have done in the preparation phase. So you can protect her from the archer who's about to act. Elven Ricochet. Highly sophisticated technique, which is the absolute standard for archers in this kind of game. Randomly hit up to 2 targets in a 2-tile radius upon the last target. Let's go.
Well, if you're trying to help our foes, nice one.
Thank you, game. I do not appreciate this. Sneak up behind him and sneaky strike him to death. Strike, let's go.
Set strikes down without
Finish the combat as you see fit. Sure thing. I do have a ranged attack on him by now. So if I go here, then I can range attack, yes, and I'm still cover, so that works perfectly. Should be fine. Okay, I cannot reach him. I kind of feel like I want to heal the ogre with the wizardess. So maybe I'll just put him here. Or here into full cover. The orc is not gonna have enough movement to get like here, right? Especially not if I move. Yeah, I think this is safer. Okay. Might as well just defensive stance as well, right? And then put him. No! Okay, the controls are a little bit different. It's not... yeah, okay. That's okay. Hold to enter. So, I don't press A on the skill and then choose my target. I choose my target like here. I choose my skill here and then press A on the target. So that's what happened there. I mean, honestly, this is an archer, right? So if I go into melee range of him, what's he gonna do? So So I don't think he can. I don't think he can range attack while he's next to the thief. If he moves away from the thief, he's going to die. So we will have a 9% chance of hitting our thief.
That was amazingly bad.
Of course. Fuck's sake. I wonder if that's scripted. Okay, let's kill it.
Nice.
Okay, that was not very great. That was it had to happen, right? What did we get? Armbands for the ranger. Yeah, I'm gonna heal everyone up. I don't want to be stingy on the potions.
Wow, what a fight!
At least not
Still,
on the
those
first
orcs
try.
weren't in fighting shape. I think they were running from something.
If that's the case, so should we.
Enough defeatism. Let's go. We still have to find the dwarf and the barbarian.
Defeatism. That's the first time I hear that word. Okay, let's look for interactables. I wonder if there's hidden interactables though. That's always like.
You should always
Oh yeah, I
note
should.
your
I
escape
should
routes on a map.
look for gear.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Can I now scroll down here? Yes. Okay, it was just.
I feel like we're going in circles.
No, stay out of my pockets.
We had bracelets for the wizardess. There you go. Okay. And oh, that symbol. Yeah, okay. Their picture there means that they already have it equipped. How can I switch to other characters with this?
How come people put their hands in my
Scented
pockets?
armbands, 1 extra precision. Actually, what the?
Careful with my books.
Some energy
I've
return.
got some nuts for the squirrels.
Crap, what a mess.
How ironic for a thief
Here's
to empty his
armbands.
own pockets.
Some impact. Okay, I think that's all I can do. Right, I found the walk button. Was there anything else here? In here, maybe? No. Let's find the last 2 people. I think there was the barbarian and the dwarf.